Hi, I live in Ohio and I own a couple personal pet baby alligators. And because of the new Ohio exotic animal ban, Ohio Revised Code Chapter 935, I have 1 week to register and microchip my dangerous wild animals here. So what you're about to see is, in my opinion, the torture, abuse, and deliberate act of cruelty against a little baby alligator. But keep in mind that has been mandated by Ohio law, and not only is it required of me to do it by law, but that law was pushed through at the recommendation and the suggestions of the Humane Society of the United States, the American Zoological Association, and the Zoological Association of America, along with the Ohio Farm Bureau and a number of other Ohio organizations and Ohio government entities. So this is what they recommended and this is what they mandated. So that's what we're going to show you today. This here is our microchip injection delivery system. That here has the microchip preloaded in it. You'll see that is the actual size of the microchip compared to a dime. Unfortunately for the alligator, they're not like mammals where their skin is a bit more elastic and after an injection it's just going to bounce right back. With a reptile, once we inject them, it's going to leave a hole in the skin, and that hole is not going to heal up right away. So we actually have a little bit of new skin, and that's going to be to plug up the hole after we inject the microchip in, because we do not want the microchip to come back out of the hole. Also have a little bit of betadine so that we can disinfect the area before we actually make the injection. A couple things we're going to do is we're going to check our baby alligator for an existing microchip, because of course we don't need him to have 2 microchips, not that I believe he is going to have any. Nothing there. This is no tag. Then we're going to check our new microchip, and it picked that up. It gave me the unique microchip number, and we actually will compare that number to the microchip number of the tag and the documentation we have. So I'm sorry, little guy, but this is courtesy of Uncle John Kasich and Uncle Jack Hanna, not to mention the Humane Society of the United States. We certainly well, we won't give our thoughts and opinions on those people and agencies. So disinfect. Now there's not a whole lot of loose skin on an alligator. And also I'd like to point out that I am a veterinary technician for 15 years. I am very well instructed in the proper technique and how to inject a microchip. And as a matter of fact, our friends at the Ohio Department of Natural Resources Division of Wildlife have been requiring we torture small reptiles by injecting them with big microchips for quite a while now. The funny part about microchipping requirements is they don't work. Only responsible owners are going to implant this microchip, and irresponsible owners, who are the ones who are going to let their pet escape and release them, do not follow the law. So those animals will not have microchips. So only those of us who are good with our animals and know what we are doing are forced to torture and abuse them in this way. So, allow us to proceed. There is a very large, giant needle. Notice the injector there is just about as big as the body of my little alligator. It's a pretty large needle for this little guy. And he's not going to like this as we go into this little fold of skin right here. So I said he is not going to like this. Not one little bit. We want to be very careful just to go just under the skin, as we absolutely do not want to puncture any organs. We don't want to cause any damage. We do not want to go into a muscle. I do not recommend attempting this at home if you are not skilled and qualified in the procedure. Now we are going to plug our hole. And I am so very sorry, little Nero. So the type of microchip we are implanting here is manufactured by Datamars. It's a 134.2 kilohertz microchip. It's an ISO standard microchip, which is a world standard. There's also 125 kilohertz chips manufactured by Avid, Home Again, Datamar, or 24 Pet Watch. I believe Home Again also has a 134.2. I'm sorry, Nero, we're almost done, buddy. I will go ahead and scan my little friend here, and as you can see, he now has a microchip, and that number is coming up, and he's not very happy with me. I do not blame him. So this is my friend Brutus. Brutus is my big alligator. He is a whopping 380 grams. He is a very big, menacing individual, at least so he would like for me to believe, because he does not like this at all. But again, our good friends Jack Hanna and Uncle John Kasich wanted to make sure that you weren't going to be a threat to anybody, so we have to jab you with a giant needle, little guy. I am so very sorry. I know, it's horribly rude of me, isn't it? It is so rude, but you've got to stay still. You can see this poor little helpless baby alligator is none too happy about being jabbed with the big giant needle, and I can't say that I blame him at all. Now that we have it in, we're going to have to seal that hole up, or else that microchip is going to come right back out of that hole on us, and we do not want that. Make sure that little bugger stays up in there. No take-backs. One-time deal here, buddy. We don't want to do it again. One microchipped alligator.